The war had turned the planet into fire and smoke. The red sky burned as ships fell from above. Explosions shook the ground like an angry giant was stomping. Human soldier Liam ran through the broken battlefield, his gun heavy in his hands, his breath fast and short. He was not looking for a fight anymore. He was only trying to survive. All his squad mates were gone, either dead or worse. Liam didn't want to die like them. But just as he reached the ruins of a fallen ship, he heard something, a soft sound. It wasn't the sound of a weapon, it was more like a whisper, a weak cry. He stopped. The air smelled of ash and melted metal. He aimed his weapon carefully, stepping closer. There, under broken steel and burnt cables, something moved. It was not human. Liam's eyes widened. Lying on the ground was a young alien girl, maybe his age, covered in cuts and dust. Her armor was cracked. One of her arms was twisted, and purple blood covered her side. She was a Draxian warrior, a species known for being deadly and proud enemies of the humans. He raised his gun, ready to shoot. That's what he had been trained to do. But then, she looked at him. Her eyes were wide and glowing gold. But not with hate, with fear, with pain. She didn't reach for a weapon. She didn't attack. She whispered something in her language, soft and trembling. Her body shook. Liam lowered his gun. He looked around. No cameras, no commanders watching, only him and her. Two enemies, two broken souls in a broken world. He took a step closer. She flinched. "It's okay," Liam said gently, unsure if she understood. He knelt beside her and checked her wounds. They were bad. She might die without help. He opened his small med pack, not made for aliens, but he had to try. As he cleaned her wounds, she watched him carefully. When he gave her a few drops of water, her lips touched the bottle like she hadn't drunk in days. "Why did they leave you?" he asked. She didn't answer, but her eyes said everything. They had left her behind, her people, her army, alone. Liam pulled her out from under the wreckage slowly. She groaned in pain but didn't fight back. Her body was light but heavy with blood. He carried her to an old burned shelter nearby, hidden under the remains of a transport truck. For hours he stayed there, watching the skies. Enemy drones flew past. None saw them. The alien girl lay quietly. Once, she tried to sit up, but fell. Liam helped her lie back down. Later, she reached into her belt and pulled out a small, metal token, a circle with strange symbols on it. She looked at him. Her golden eyes locked onto his, and placed the token in his hand. Then she spoke one word in a whisper. "Human." It was the only word she said that he understood. Liam blinked, holding the token. It felt warm, almost alive. He didn't know what it meant, but he knew it mattered. Suddenly, a blast hit nearby. Human backup forces were arriving. If they found the alien girl, they'd kill her without question. He looked at her. She looked back at him, silently begging. Liam stood up. His heart beat like thunder. "I have to go," he said, voice low. She nodded slowly. He touched her hand once before leaving. She grabbed his fingers tight for just a moment, then let go. When Liam ran back toward his camp, fire rose behind him. Drones flew in, but the shelter stayed hidden. Later, when they asked where he was, he said nothing. And he never told anyone about the alien girl. She was gone like a dream. But in his pocket, he kept the token. Years would pass, and he would never forget those golden eyes. Or the word she whispered, human. It had been 7 years since Liam had seen the alien girl. He never forgot that day. Fire in the sky, her golden eyes, and the way she whispered human like it meant something more. Now he lived alone, on a quiet farming moon called Vera 7. No more guns, no more orders. Just quiet fields and empty stars. Liam had built a small home from old ship parts. A peaceful life. But peace is strange. It never lasts long. That night, a storm rolled in. Lightning struck the sky in thick green bolts. His alarm beeped. Motion, detected near the edge of his land. That was odd. Nobody came here. It was too far, too empty. He grabbed a flashlight and walked outside. The wind howled like a beast. Rain hit the metal roof hard. Then he saw it. Footprints in the wet soil, large, heavy, not human. His heart began to race. Slowly, he followed the prints. They led into the trees. The light flickered. Thunder cracked again. Suddenly, he saw her. A tall figure in black armor stood in the clearing. Her back was to him. A long cape moved in the wind. Her body looked strong, built for battle. But something about the way she stood felt familiar. Liam raised his flashlight. "Who's there?" he called. The figure turned. His breath caught in his throat. It was her. But not the weak, wounded girl he remembered. Now she was a warrior woman. Taller, stronger, wearing glowing armor with royal markings. A long scar ran down her cheek. Her golden eyes locked onto him. She removed her helmet slowly. Her voice was deeper now, but still soft. Still, her. "I found you," she said. Liam couldn't speak. He didn't know whether to run or smile. "You, how?" he finally asked. "I searched," she replied. "For 7 years. Through empires, across dead worlds, I never stopped." Liam stepped closer, rain soaking them both. "Why?" She didn't answer at first. Instead, she reached into a small pouch and pulled out something wrapped in cloth. She placed it in his hand. It was the same token, the one she gave him years ago. Liam looked at it and saw it was glowing. His hands trembled. "What does this mean?" "In my world," she said, voice low, "it means soul debt, a bond that never breaks. But I'm just a human." Her eyes softened. "You saved me when my own people left me to die. And now, they hunt me for—" That Liam frowned. "Hunt you?" "I refuse the throne," she said. "I chose honor. I chose truth." The trees rustled. A strange sound echoed. She looked around quickly. "They followed me here." "Who did?" "My people. The Draxian Royal Guard. They want to erase our past." Suddenly, a laser shot zipped past Liam's ear and hit a tree. He ducked. "That answer your question?" She pulled him behind a tree and took out a plasma blade from her back. "I came to protect you, but now, we run." "Run where?" he asked. "To the caves, where they can't track us." Liam looked at her, this powerful, alien woman who once lay broken at his feet. And now, she stood like a queen. But when she looked at him, she still saw her human. Cliffhanger ending. As they ran into the forest, glowing red drones appeared in the sky, scanning the ground. Liam turned to ask one last question. "What's your name?" She answered without turning her head. "Zalari. And I never forgot you." Rain poured harder as Liam and Zalari ran deeper into the wild forest of Vera 7. The trees were tall and strange, glowing faintly under the moonlight. Every step was loud. Every shadow felt like a trap. Behind them, red lights floated in the air. Hunter, drones, they weren't just looking to capture. These ones were made to kill. "We can't outrun them forever," Liam said, breath heavy. "I'm not running," Zalari answered. "I'm leading them somewhere." Liam looked at her. "To where?" She gave a small smile. "To the one place they fear." They kept moving through the trees. Then she stopped suddenly and pressed her hand against a large rock covered in moss. A pulse of blue light spread from her palm. The ground shook softly. A hidden door opened in the earth. "Go inside," she whispered. Liam didn't argue. They stepped into a long tunnel. As the stone door closed behind them, the sound of the drones faded above. Inside, everything was silent. A soft light lit the tunnel walls. Alien symbols glowed, floating in the air. Liam touched one, and it responded like water. "What is this place?" he asked. Zillari looked at him. "It's a sacred place, a vault of old truths. My people erased these from history." She walked deeper, and Liam followed. Soon, they entered a wide chamber. Strange machines stood broken around a glowing pool of energy. "This is where it all began," she said, "before the Draxians became conquerors, before we forgot mercy." Liam stepped closer to the pool. "And you brought me here. Why?" She reached into her armor and pulled out a second token, larger, brighter. "Because you are part of our truth now. You carry something they don't want to exist." He looked at her, confused. "What do you mean?" She stepped closer. "The token I gave you, it didn't just bond us. It linked your DNA with mine." Liam took a step back. "Wait. What?" "I didn't know it at the time, but our link changed you. It made you more." Liam felt a sudden warmth in his chest. The token in his pocket began to glow again, brighter than before. "You feel it now, don't you?" she said. He nodded slowly. "Yes. But what does it mean?" Zillari placed her hand gently on his chest. "It means you're no longer just human. You are now the only living bridge between our kinds." Suddenly, alarms echoed in the chamber. The door above had been found. "We have minutes," she said. Liam looked at the machines around them. "Can we defend this place?" She nodded. "Yes, but there's something else." "What?" "If we use the bond fully, if we activate the core together, we could erase the royal bloodline's power." Liam's heart raced. "You mean stop the Draxian Empire?" "Yes, but it would make us both targets forever." He looked at her, unsure. "I'm just a farmer now," he said. "I gave up fighting." She placed her forehead gently against his. "Then let me fight for both of us. Just stand with me. Just once more." Cliffhanger ending. As the enemies crashed through the outer walls, Liam took the glowing token, placed it into the core, and looked at Zillari. "Let's change everything." The chamber exploded with light. The light from the core swallowed the whole chamber. Liam felt heat rush through his chest, as if his blood was turning into fire, but it didn't hurt. It felt right, like something that was always sleeping inside him had finally opened its eyes. Zillari's body glowed too, her markings bright as the sun. She stood with her arms wide, whispering ancient Draxian words. The machines around them buzzed, rising from long silence. "Are you okay?" Liam asked, breathing hard. She opened her eyes, bright, like burning stars. "We did it. The bond is now complete." The machines turned toward Liam. A floating panel scanned him, then paused. "Alert. Unknown hybrid energy detected." Zillari read it and froze. "That's not possible." "What does that mean?" Liam asked. She looked at him with wonder and fear. "It means your human DNA didn't just mix, it evolved. You're something new." Suddenly, the chamber doors exploded open. Draxian elite soldiers rushed in, weapons ready. Their armor shined like silver bones. Leading them was a tall male Draxian with sharp black eyes and a cruel smile. Zillari's body went stiff. "Brother," she said coldly. Liam stepped back. "Brother?" The man bowed mockingly. "Zillari, I warned you. Bonding with a human is forbidden. You broke the law. Now you'll break with your bones." Zillari raised her blade. "You betrayed the throne. I claimed truth. He saved me." The brother laughed. "You're a fool. He's an animal, just like all humans." Liam clenched his fists. "Leave now," Zillari warned, "or face what we've awakened." But the brother smiled wider. "Oh, I'm counting on it." He raised his gauntlet and pressed a hidden button. The glowing pool of energy twisted. The machines shrieked. Something was wrong. "What's happening?" Liam shouted. Zillari's face changed. Horror. "He reversed the link. He's turning the core against us." The entire vault shook. A large crack split across the center of the room. Flames burst from the ceiling. "We have to shut it down," Liam yelled, but Zalari collapsed to her knees, holding her head. The feedback from the core was attacking her mind. "Zalari!" he screamed. She looked at him, struggling to speak. "Only you can stop it now." Liam turned to the floating control panel. His hands moved without thinking, like the machine was guiding him. Symbols lit up. Words appeared in both alien and human text. "Will you carry the power?" He pressed, "Yes!" The energy surged into him. He screamed, but he didn't fall. Instead, his skin glowed with light. His eyes turned silver. The Draxian warriors stepped, back in shock. "Impossible," her brother whispered. Liam raised his hand. The air bent around him. He had control. "Leave her," Liam said, his voice no longer just his own. "Or I will erase every mark of your empire from history." The brother growled and charged. Liam snapped his fingers. A blast of light threw the soldiers back like toys. Zalari looked up, weak but alive. "You became the core guardian." Liam knelt beside her. "I'm still just me, but stronger. Because of you," she smiled faintly. "Then let's finish what we started." Cliffhanger ending. As alarms rang and the vault began to fall apart, Liam held her hand and lifted her up. "Let's show your empire what a human and a warrior queen can do. Together." The vault behind them collapsed into the earth, swallowed by fire and light. Smoke filled the air as Liam and Zalari ran toward the cliff edge. Above, the stars blinked. But one star was growing larger. Not a star. A warship. Draxian royal flagship. The Iron Veil, Zalari froze. "That's the main fleet. They came faster than I thought." Liam squinted. "How big is it?" "Big enough to wipe out this entire moon." He took a breath. "Then we hit it first." She looked at him, surprised. "With what army?" Liam pulled a blinking device from his belt. "Not an army. A virus." Zalari raised a brow. "Explain." "I worked tech for 5 years. Before I quit, got bored, made something nasty. It eats code from the inside, just needs a ship system to connect." She smiled slowly. "You're full of surprises." He nodded. "Let's get close enough to feed it in." Hours later, inside the warship, Liam and Zalari entered through a hidden vent near the ship's lower thrusters. She wore a stolen guard cloak. Liam had grease on his face and a fake Draxian tag. "Don't speak," she whispered. "They'll notice your accent." They walked through long, dark halls. Silver walls shimmered with moving patterns. Draxian soldiers passed without stopping. They reached the command hub. "This is it," Liam said. He pulled out his device and moved toward the access port, but something felt wrong. Too quiet. Suddenly, click, Zalari's hand went to her blade. Behind them stood General Vorik, Zalari's brother, with 10 guards. "You really thought I wouldn't see this coming?" he sneered. Liam raised the device, but a soldier blasted it from his hand. Zalari stepped in front of Liam. "Let him go. He means nothing to your empire." Vorik laughed darkly. "You're right. He doesn't. But you were my sister. My blood." "You betrayed that blood?" she snapped. "No," he said. "I'm saving it." "You are sick, Zalari. The bond poisoned your mind. Humans are weak, but you—" He looked at Liam with disgust. "You're a sickness." Zalari took a step forward. "Then kill me, but let him walk." Liam touched her. Don't. "I have to," she whispered. General Vorik raised his weapon. "You'll both die, slowly." But just then, a hidden blade slid into Vorik's back. He gasped, looking down at the hand behind him. A young Draxian officer stood there. "For the Queen," the girl whispered. Guards panicked. One fired. The traitor fell. Chaos broke out. Zalari grabbed Liam. "Run!" They raced through the smoke-filled corridor. Lights flashed red. Sirens screamed. "You knew someone on the ship?" Liam shouted. Some still believe in the old ways, Solari replied. Not many, but enough. They reached the engine room. Liam grabbed a spare panel. I can drop a feedback pulse into their core. It'll blind the ship. Do it! Liam connected wires fast. Sparks flew, then he paused. Wait. What? This ship is broadcasting something. He rewired the interface. A video screen lit up. It showed Solari, kneeling, charged with treason, caught bonding with a human. All Draxian colonies are ordered to kill on sight. The message was being played everywhere. Solari's face went pale. They turned the whole galaxy against me. No, Liam said. They just made a big mistake. He hit the switch. Boom! The entire ship jolted. Lights flickered. Systems failed. Now, Liam shouted. They escaped through a maintenance pod as the ship fell from the sky like a wounded beast. Cliffhanger ending. Floating above Vera 7 in silence, Liam turned to Solari in the small escape pod. They want war, but we'll give them something worse. She narrowed her eyes. What? A symbol. The escape pod drifted silently above Vera 7, hidden between asteroid shadows. Inside, Liam and Solari watched the stars, and the chaos they had just caused. Smoke curled up from the fallen Draxian warship far below. One of the Empire's most feared ships had been brought down by 2 fugitives, but what happened next was not part of any plan. A loud ping came from the pod's old comm screen. Solari frowned. Someone's broadcasting. Liam checked the system. It's not a distress call, it's us, the screen flashed. Across dozens of channels, a video played. This is the warrior queen who bonded with a human. This is the traitor who took down the Iron Veil. Clips showed Liam and Solari fighting together, escaping explosions, standing back to back in fire and smoke. Then a message in bold text scrolled across the galaxy's networks. She chose a human, and they won. Solari stared, stunned. This was recorded from the ship's own cameras. It's going viral, Liam whispered. Planets far and wide, Draxian, neutral, and even hostile ones, began to talk. Rumors spread like wildfire. Draxian Queen had bonded with a human. The Empire had been defeated by love, by loyalty, by courage, by something the Empire thought was weak. Meanwhile, deep in the Empire's core, General Vorik stood inside a cold, dark room, one arm bandaged. From battle, his face full of rage. Find them, he growled. Burn every system if you must. An old scientist stepped forward. There may be one way. Vorik turned. What way? The scientist placed a cube on the table. Inside floated a strange, pale figure with glowing red veins. Not fully alive. Not fully dead. What is that? Vorik asked. The project we buried years ago. A hybrid, built for destruction. We called her Sin 7. Does it follow commands? No, the scientist whispered. It only follows the strongest blood. Vorik smiled slowly, then set it loose. Back on Vera 7, in the forest base, Liam and Solari hid in a secret base deep under the forest roots. Alien tech lit the dark tunnels. Refugees and rebels had gathered. Humans, outcasts, even low-ranked Draxians who believed in change. A young alien boy stared up at Liam. You're the human from the video, he said. Is it true? You made a queen fall in love? Liam smiled, gently. No, she was already a queen. I just reminded her she had a heart. The boy's eyes lit up. We're going to fight with you. More voices joined. Hundreds. The beginning of an army. But not one of weapons. An army of belief. Later that night, alone in the war room, Solari stood silently, staring at the map of the galaxy. Liam walked in. You okay? She nodded, but her face was tight. My people. Some of them are joining us, but most, they still fear the Empire. Then we show them something stronger than fear. What's that? Liam stepped closer. Hope. Suddenly, the alarm rang. Liam rushed to the control screen. Unidentified ship entering orbit. No signature. Zalari's eyes narrowed. That's not Empire tech, it's older, colder. A message came through, one sentence only. I smell your bond. I will burn it. Sin 7X Zalari's blood ran cold. No, it's real. They released it. Liam looked confused. What? Is Sin 7? She turned to him slowly. The last weapon they made when they feared peace. A creature born to destroy hybrids like us. No soul, no mercy. Cliffhanger ending. As the lights in the base flickered, a strange shadow moved outside, tall, thin, and glowing red. Liam reached for his weapon. Zalari whispered, "If we fight it, one of us may not survive." The forest stood still. No wind, no sound. But something moved beneath the trees, fast, silent, hungry. In the underground base, Liam checked the shield. Systems. It's inside the perimeter. Zalari, fully armored, stood like a statue. She doesn't care about walls. She's not a soldier. She's a shadow. Can we kill her? No, she whispered. But we might stop her if we fight. Together. Above ground. A monster Sin 7 walked through fire like it was water. Her pale skin glowed red under the moonlight. Her eyes were blank. But inside, there was rage. She was shaped like a woman, but taller, thinner, and not fully real. She moved without sound. Trees bent as she passed. She followed a scent. Not blood. Bond. Inside the base, preparing for the end, refugees were being moved to tunnels. Children cried. Soldiers whispered goodbye. Liam looked at his old weapon, then tossed it aside. She can smell fear, he said. We give her something else. What? Zalari asked. He turned to her. Truth. He held out the token, the one she gave him years ago. Let's finish this the same way we started, together. She placed her hand on his. A pulse of energy shot from them both. The token split, then melted into light. The final showdown. On the hill, Liam and Zalari stood under the open sky. Sin 7 arrived like a ghost. No ships, no sound, just her red eyes and hunger. You broke the code, she said in a voice that echoed with metal and sorrow. Human and Draxian must not bond, must not mix. You are the end. Liam stepped forward. No. We're the beginning, she screamed so loud the earth cracked. She charged. Zalari met her halfway. Blades clashed, sparks flew. Sin 7 moved like lightning, too fast, too strong. But Zalari didn't fall, because Liam was there. He grabbed Sin 7's arm and it burned his skin, but he didn't let go. The bond between him and Zalari pulsed again. Sin 7 screamed louder, confused. She slashed Liam's chest, but something strange happened. Her hand burned. Liam's blood sizzled where it touched her. You are not fully human, she hissed. No, he said. I'm something new. Something you can't kill. Together, Liam and Zalari lifted their hands. A burst of energy erupted between them. The bond fully awakened, not as a weapon, but as a shield. It wrapped around Sin 7, trapping her in light. She thrashed, screamed. Then, she broke. Her body shattered into dust. Gone. After the silence, the stars returned. The ground stopped shaking. Liam lay in Zalari's arms, bleeding. Don't leave me, she whispered, golden tears in her eyes. He smiled faintly. I'm still here. She kissed his forehead. The token's last light faded into his chest. The bond had saved him, changed him forever. Epilogue. Years later. A statue stood in the center of a new city, half built from human steel, half from Draxian stone. Two figures carved into the rock. A queen, a human, standing hand in hand. The plaque read, "They chose each other and gave us a new galaxy." Children, both alien and human, ran beneath the statue, Laughing, above in the sky, stars blinked softly, and somewhere far away, Solari and Liam watched it all, together.